Hello everybody, and welcome to Minecraft Tips and Tricks with the Snoo. I am the Snoo, and we have a couple things that we're going to talk about today. As you see, I'm here in my little hole that I dug into the ground. First thing we're going to do today is we're going to go a little bit over some building tips, how to maximize and otherwise increase your building potential, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, here we'll just jump right into it. Here we see this room that I've started here. This is going to be my indoor tree farm. Now, one thing about tree farms is you obviously, everybody knows this, you have to have a certain amount of space for the trees to grow. Now, if you want, you can just start down here and do like this and hope nothing falls on your head. But after a while, it gets kind of hard to hit anything that's not directly above you. So what you can do is, for my tree farms, I tend to go down. One square, and then I leave this up here so I can hop up on it, and then I go up one more step after that, and then I can just kind of dig up like this. And then once I've got all of this cleared out above me, then I can take this and bring it down to the level of right here, and I'll have plenty of room for trees to grow. And in this instance, it'll be a small enough room that none of the giant trees will grow, which is something that I don't like. I don't like when they, I mean, you know, in my tree farm, obviously they're really cool just walking around outside and seeing them, but I don't like them to grow in my tree farm because they're just a pain to harvest. So anyway, this is just a little thing. I don't know what I made that for. It just looks pretty. I guess if I somehow manage to set myself on fire while I'm playing with my furnaces, I can run over here and jump into it. I don't know how that would happen though. Anyway, over here we have my indoor grain farm. It's very unfinished right now. There's little holes where gravel fell and all that kind of stuff. And while I was building it, I happened to run into a cave, which is something we're going to discuss in greater detail in just a minute. But anyway, as far as your farm design goes, this is just a really quick tutorial on how to do a farm. The way this works is under this smooth stone wall here, there's water. Let's see if we can... There. If you can see that little gap right there, this is just empty space with water in it. Anyway, so what you do is you just, you make a row of 3, and then you fill it along the sides until you get as far out as you want, and then you cap it off. Fill in both sides, and you have the empty space in the middle. Fill it up with water. I like to make sure it's full of water so that it's still and not running, because after a while the running water noises get kind of annoying for me. But anyway. And then now the thing about as far as tilled earth and water will irrigate tilled earth up to a distance of 4 squares away. And it doesn't matter what's in between the water and the dirt. It doesn't care. All that matters is that it is within 4 squares. So as you can see, we have water, then we have 1, 2, whoops. We have water, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 squares. So all of this dirt that you see here is irrigated, and I like to use these raised beds because I can get to every single square, and no matter where it is, I can get to it, I can reach it, I can harvest the grain, I can pick up any of the wheat and the seeds. That's another reason that I make this wall as high as it is, because sometimes if you only make it 1 high like that, when you hit the grain to harvest it, it'll pop some seeds or some grain or something up there, and you have to hop up on your tilled earth to get to it, and that's just not fun. So I just make it all the way to the top, and plus it gives me a little space to put torches to keep it lit. And with this design, you do not ever have to step on your tilled earth to get to anything. So there's no worrying about accidentally stepping on it and you have to retill it, or trying to remember to hold down shift so you can do your sneak thing to walk around on it. You don't have to worry about any of that. You just walk around and get that. And you can make this as wide as you want, obviously. I just have one, I like to call it one farm module here. But you can, I could expand, well, whichever direction. I don't have any direction on either side to expand because of that cave over there. And this is, after a couple spaces, it goes out into the open. But anyway, but I mean, I have this one farm which is, it's just the strip of earth that's too thick, and then we have the 3 with the center hollowed out and filled with water, and then we have another 2 right here. And if I wanted to, I could just expand that way if I had room, and make a space, and then 2 more earth, then the 3 that are hollowed out in the center, and then 2 more earth, and then just keep on doing that as many times as I want. But I generally don't do that because you can make it as long as you want, as long as you remember to just keep this filled with water in the center, and it'll do just fine. Anyway, so that was that. I just wanted to kind of get that on. Now, the main thrust of today's tutorial is going to be dungeon crawling, how to do so without being horribly and terribly murderalized by stuff, also without getting lost and all the various other nasty things that can happen to you. Anyway, so as I was building my farm, I just happened to bump into this little cave right here. So I don't know if it's actually a cave or it's just an underground lake, but either way, it'll be a good thing just to demonstrate how this all works. So the first thing to know is how to prepare yourself, how to get ready. And that's basically, what do you bring with you? When I go, obviously the number, you don't need this many if you don't want it, but the point is you have to have a sword or a bow or some kind of weapon. I haven't had time to get any arrows yet, so I don't have any bows. Or, well, I could have a bow if I wanted to, but I don't have any arrows for it. So I just carry swords, and then you need to have both picks and shovels, because obviously you're going to encounter a lot of stone and a lot of ore and things like that while you're cave crawling. So you're going to need your picks. And then you need shovels because, you never know if you're going to want to dig out a pocket of dirt or gravel or something, or if, there just might be some in your way, or if you place some for some reason and then you want to take it down again. Whatever. They're useful, trust me. Obviously torches. And then what I do is I bring, especially now that you can get charcoal from the trees, I just get a stack of charcoal and some sticks, and then I also have a stack of planks and a stack of logs. Excuse me. The reason I carry a stack of sticks and a stack of planks and a stack of logs is because when you're down there, you can get, well, you can't get charcoal, but you can get coal. You can get all the stone you need to make tools. Food, you can't get food so much unless you find a bunch of mushrooms. But the one thing that you must have a lot of when you go down there is wood. So I carry a stack of logs, a stack of planks, and this, as you can see, it's not quite a stack, but most of a stack of sticks. And that way I can go down there for quite some time without running out of wood. I carry a little crafting table just because it's convenient for me. And then wheat. Carry a stack. Actually, you don't need a whole stack, but carry 63 because that's how it works out. Carry 63 wheat with you. And the reason I say carry basically a stack of wheat with you is because pork is great. I carry pork with me as well. But pork is more of a tactical food. It gives you, cooked pork gives you, oh, I forget exactly how much, it's like 3.5 hearts or something like that. And bread gives you only 2.5. But you can carry a lot more bread in one stack than you can pork. So, if you're in the middle of a fight and skeletons are shooting at you and zombies are growling and creepers are hissing and whatever, all this other stuff, pork is great. That's, oh, I'm about to die and they're shooting arrows at me, and I need to get some hearts. So boom, that's what the pork is for. In fact, now that I think about it, I actually, there we go. It's kind of a good idea to have multiple pork out on your toolbar, so that you can, if you need to, you can eat one, continue fighting, and then eat another one without opening up your inventory, which is a pause that sometimes you don't have time for. But anyway, so, it's great strategic or tactical food to have while you're actually fighting and there's monsters around and you don't have time to, plop down a crafting table and make some bread. But when all the monsters are dead and, everything's going, everything's taken care of and you're relatively safe and you need some health, you can plop down that crafting table, get some bread going on, and replenish your health like that. So that makes this more of a strategic food. you can bring a whole lot of wheat with you for the amount of space it takes up. When you compare it to the amount of pork that you can bring with you for the amount of space it takes up. There's a whole lot more health in this one stack right here than there is in all 4 of these squares put together. So that's just something to keep in mind. All right. So that's that. That's pretty much how you prepare. Oh, I also, let's see, oops. I also like to bring a little bit of dirt and even some cobblestone when I go, because it's not like mining. You're not necessarily going to be, carving away massive chunks of stone and stuff to end up with stacks and stacks of cobblestone in your inventory. So I bring a little bit of cobblestone. I mean, if I need more, obviously I'm in the cave, I'll be able to get as much as I want. But it's nice to have a little bit of stack ready, just so, in case you need to hop up on something or block something off or whatever. And the same with dirt. If it's just a little temporary thing, you can just put it down and then take it up a lot quicker than you can with cobblestone. Okay, so that's that. Let's actually go explore this a little bit. And whoa, is it nighttime? Okay, it's nighttime. Oh, I was like, oh, there's skeletons right here, but they're up top. All right, so let's see what we've got going on here. I think this is just going to be an underground lake, but I can illustrate some principles. If you watch my live plays, you'll know I very rarely actually do this. But one good way to keep from getting lost in a cave is always put the torches. It doesn't matter which side. You can always put them on the left or you can always put them on the right, but always put them on the same side, so that you can just then put them on. When you're walking back, you can just arrange yourself so that the torches are on your other side, and you'll know you're headed back towards the surface. So, if you put them all on your right, whoops, put them all on your right, yeah, it's just an underground lake, oh well. Put all your torches on your right, and then you're like, oh no, I'm lost. Where is the entrance? How do I get out of here? You can just put them all, walk so that all the torches are on your left, and follow back, and you're like, oh, here's my entrance, right here. Would have been nice if this was actually a bit more of a cave, but for purposes of this tutorial, it was just a demonstration. It's not so much entertainment, but is that cobblestone? That's cobblestone. Wow. But why is there cobblestone right here? Is this next to... Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, there we go. Come on, come on, come on. Get me out of there. Ooh. Come on, 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 come on. Don't wanna let water blow drag you down into some place like that you don't know what's going on. Okay, I see a torch. Ah, stupid water. Is that where? Oh, I know. I feel silly now. This place right here that I dug out to... Oh, I forget what I was doing. Oh, I remember. I was looking for iron so that I could make a bucket so that I could... Whoa. Oh, yeah. I was looking for iron so I could make a bucket to move the water around. And there was some dirt here, so I dug it out to see if I could find some iron, and I did. I found exactly enough iron to make a bucket, and so it all worked out. But whoa, I'll tell you what, I was like, oh my, there's a dungeon right there. But no, there wasn't. So anyway, that's pretty much it. There was some building tips and how to take a dungeon by storm. Good lord, those guys are loud. In case you didn't hear me, I said, so today we covered some building tips and how to take a dungeon. Or not a dungeon, well, you could, well, no, forget about that. How to take a cave, how to go spelunking in an efficient and relatively safe manner. Make sure you got all the stuff you need. Put the torches on one side or the other and keep them on that side so that you know how to get back. And that pretty much wraps it up. So I'm getting a little low on time, so I will end it here. And I hope this was helpful to some of you, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.